Hey folks, Deano here again. This time with a head kit set that I quite honestly didn't think I was going to get to review, but curiosity got the better of me. This is the OCToys 002 Super Vegito. I believe this is the improved version as well, because the first version had like really dark lines round the mouth. It was a whole mess. But yeah, I got this quite cheap on AliExpress. Speaking of which, I have an announcement to make. I am happy to announce that I am now partnered with a store on AliExpress, El Surprise Wholesale Store, and also their sister store, Treasure Toys Wholesale Store. So yeah, what does that mean for you guys? Absolutely nothing's changed. The only thing it means is that every so often I may get samples from them to review for you guys. Obviously, if I get the sample, you will be told in advance that it's basically an ad review, but that doesn't change my thoughts on it. I'll still be completely open and honest with you guys. I always will be. But yeah, not really anything to do with this kit. I had already bought that prior to them contacting me. But yeah, my commission links and such will now link to those two stores. I completely trust them before anyone asks. I have dealt with El Surprise Toy Store quite often. Most of the time when I get my figures, my third party figures, they do come from them. So yeah, and they have recently announced themselves that they are now like the official partner for Deano Fit, Black Hole Toys, Taunton Art Toys, you name it. They are an official partner with them. So yeah, very trustworthy store. I highly recommend them, and that's me not being told to say that. Like literally, their only stipulation was the commission links. So yeah, nothing has changed in that regard. But yeah, I am very happy with that. Speaking of, link will be in the description for this kit and the others in the set, the base form and the Super Saiyan Blue, of course, from El Surprise Wholesale Store. But yeah, I thought I'd do this a bit differently because, yeah, this kit is a bit controversial, shall we say. The kit is high quality, let me just say that straight off the bat. But the controversial part is the head sculpts, or the face sculpts themselves. OCToys seem to have taken them directly from specific scenes in the anime, but unfortunately some of those scenes happen to be like off scenes, so Vegito doesn't actually look on brand, if that makes sense. But yeah, I thought I'd do this a bit different and physically unbox it in front of you so that you can get my first opinion of it in hand. So yeah, let me know if you want to see that in future. Just get my first impressions and stuff. Obviously, by the time this video goes out, I'll have already made a screenshot for the video, so that's done after I'm finished. So don't worry about that. I have not seen this at all. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this box, shall we? So yeah, I have moved the figures that I'm going to be trying this set on out of the way. Let's get right into this. So I've already cut the sellotape on the top. Box is a little bit bashed, just so we are aware. Standard AliExpress shenanigans with shipping. Unsurprisingly, like this shipped while Lunar New Year was going on, or Chinese New Year. So yeah, it's not in the best of condition. The fact that I only just got it now should tell you just how long it took for this to arrive. I pretty much put this review out as soon as I got it. So yeah, pretty nondescript box, just saying OCToys Custom Kit 002 and Action Figure Accessory Kit Series 002 warning, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I will be honest, pretty much the only reason I got this kit was because OCToys will soon be releasing their full figure, which is basically a clone of the Beasties Vegito body in different heads and colours. So yeah, I thought I'd get this just to make sure all those heads fit on that body. To be specific, because yeah, they're doing that thing third-party companies love to do, where if you buy the body, you're only getting windswept hair. You need to buy this kit to get the the normal head on there, which is a bit annoying. More and more companies are doing that these days, DLC kits and such. But yeah, let's get that out of there. And yeah, I'm immediately noticing this head. Oh my god. Let's get that front piece off of there and have a quick look. That's a bit annoying. I've got duplicate heads. That's a good start, isn't it? What head am I missing? We've got the weird yelling face, the stern face, the standard smirk face, the sort of teeth gritted face. That means we're missing... which one? Sort of teeth gritted looking to the side face, because obviously this is the really cocky smirk looking off to the side, which personally is my favourite face of the lot, I will say, like straight off the bat. But yeah, that's a bit disappointing that after waiting all this time I now have an issue. I'm gonna have to see if AliExpress can do something about that. But yeah, it's first impressions, it's a decent set. Like, I will say that, but questionable decisions. Like, for sure. I mean, I get where this scene is from. This is from when he first goes, this is Super Vegito, and then, like, the massive aura and stuff appears. But yeah, that just looks a bit off, doesn't it? And I'll be honest, even for this being what I would assume is the fixed sculpts, that still looks a bit thick around the mouth or the lips. Yeah, a little bit disappointed with that. But yeah, the head sculpt itself is really nice. I do like that. But yeah, there's a bit of smudge on the back as well. What is going on? Yeah, first impressions are not amazing, shall we say? But yeah, let's get all of this out of the box and take a look at them more in depth, shall we? Okay, so I've got all this laid out as well as I can. The faces did not want to sit in any sort of decent order, so yeah, we do how we can. But yeah, in terms of what you get in the box, we get obviously the head sculpt itself, which is really nice. It's coming across quite yellow on camera, but it's not. It's like that nice sort of kinda darker yellow going into blonde that the 3.0s are starting to do, so it does match quite well with them. We also get 3 separate front bangs, which is nice. You don't tend to get that with these figures. Yeah, we have sort of windswept. It keeps trying to focus on the heads. There we go. We have sort of bangs windswept off to his left or right. The same sculpt, except the bangs are off to his right instead, which is quite nice. This is the one that comes on him in the package. And then we have what I'd assume is just the standard set of bangs, which is sort of wider, flatter, not really flapping about as much as the rest. So yeah, quite nice. I like that we get some options there. That is good. In terms of the faces, we'll start with the one that came on him in the package, which is bonkers. We have this one, which is in full-on yelling, like I am Super Vegito. I mean, it kind of looks off from certain angles, but if you angle it the way it's meant to be, like backwards, he's clearly looking at you from this angle, it doesn't look quite as bad, but yeah, it looks kind of off from if you're looking forward, let's be honest. I do like, though, that the Patara are in different poses, and they're actually decently sized. Do quite like that. We have the stern face, which, I mean, I call it a stern face, but it's more kind of like a confused eyebrow kind of up face. I know why they've done that. The full release body comes with a proper sort of stern face. So yeah, they wanted to differentiate these faces from what you get in that set. I mean, once that kit comes out, praying and hoping that the quality control is good on the body, you'll end up like, what, nearly a dozen faces in total for these heads, which, I mean, that is better than a kick in the teeth. We have smirking face, which this one kind of looks off. I mean, it's okay, except for if you're looking straight on at it. In my opinion, the pupils kind of look a bit too far apart. But obviously, if you have it off to the side a bit, you don't really notice that at all. Again, Pataras are nicely painted. We have teeth gritted face, which this is probably the most off of all the faces, even including the yelling one. Yeah, that to me just doesn't look anything like Vegito, like at all. Yeah, a bit disappointing there. But yeah, I did go into this expecting some of them to be off, but to be honest, like, they're not as off as I thought they were. Like, I'm kind of thinking I gave this set a bad rap, to be honest. And then we have, unfortunately, my final face, because we are missing the looking off to the side one. We have the smirking face. Two of them. I mean, yeah, they look identical. There's a bit of an issue with this one. The chin, if you notice, is a bit white. So I don't know if there was a mold issue with that one, and they meant to like replace it with this one and replace the wrong head. I'm going to assume that's possibly what's happened. So yeah, this one will be tossed aside from now. And yeah, that, I have to say, this is probably my favourite face of the lot. I quite like the stern sort of confused face, but this one is on point for Vegito. This is the closest you'll get. I mean, obviously there are other kits out there where these are much more. Well, they are. Sorry, someone came into the the room. put me completely off there. But yeah, obviously, other kits out there like the HMYR kits look much more like Vegito to me. But one, those are almost impossible to get a hold of. For some reason, they went completely under the radar. I see hardly any reviews on them whatsoever. But yeah, they went completely under the radar, and now they are pretty much sold out everywhere. If I can find a link to them, I will. I definitely know Elsurprise wholesale store doesn't stock it. I know they stock this one, so yeah, link will definitely be in the description for those. But if I can find the HMYR one, then by all means. But yeah, from what I've seen, the HMYR kit is underscaled for the 3.0 head. So yeah, tangent over. As the bonus accessory with this kit, you get a Boo's tentacle with a Vegito holding it, which this is pretty much a staple for third party Vegito releases at this point. If we quickly bring in this, I have two more. This bigger one is from the original Deano Fit Super Vegito from back in the day. And this one is their more recent trump card version, which is a bit smaller, but the angle of the glove is quite similar. Unfortunately, the one thing all these companies don't tend to do is have him holding it in a more natural, sort of holding it out, taunting Boo sort of pose. You could maybe soften the plastic and have him holding it like that. Yeah, as it stands, he's holding it down just like the rest of them, which is a bit disappointing. And finally, in the kit, we get 3 peg adapters for the head. I will not be using any of these on the head as of yet, because I actually kind of want to use it on the 2.0 until I get the 3.0 head in, or the 3.0 body. So yeah, we get this one, which is quite frankly tiny. I'm not entirely sure what that one's for. Is that maybe for the Deano Fit? Like the original one? That's tiny. I'm going to have to check that. We have what I'd assume is for the 2.0 heads. And then this one is quite clearly for the Beasties heads, because that's massive. But yeah, quite decent that they give us the options. The issue is I can quite clearly see a groove there. And yeah, once you put that in, that is going to lock in place. You're not going to be able to get that back out. So yeah, if you're getting this for example, the 2.0 Vegito mold, know that you're not going to be able to use it on a 3.0 if you choose to do that. Just bear that in mind. So yeah, but still, good that we get options for it. Just wish it was interchangeable. But yeah, let's get the camera back up here and show it off on these different bodies, shall we? So, for demonstration purposes, I will be using trusty blue tack to put the head on these bodies. I'll start off with the closest thing I've got to a 3.0 Vegito. This is Beastie's Super Saiyan Goku. I reviewed it a few months back. So yeah, we pretty much know for a fact that it's going to fit on this. Like, there is no denying. If we take the neck peg like so, can pop that in before starting. And I have modified the neck of this 3.0 Goku already, because the neck was far too high when I first got it. But yeah, if we take my favourite face to start with, And let's just put the standard looking one in. That's quite tight. You really need to force the front bangs in to get that to fit. Yeah, that fits perfectly. Obviously, the peg, because I've drilled out this, I drilled it out to the same diameter, but it just means the neck pegs for this now pop in a lot better. And yeah, as you can see, proportions on this are absolutely perfect. Obviously it's a Vegito head on a Goku body, but use your imagination. I'll be redoing this specific part of the review once the OCToys Vegitos come out. So yeah, looks good. I had no doubt in my mind that it would. This is what it's designed for after all, for the 3.0 bodies. But yeah, the moment of truth. This is Demoniacal Fit's newest release, the Demoniacal Fit Trump card. Will it fit on that? That is the question. Now, obviously, I may as well swap out the heads or the faces while I'm at it. Let's go for stern face, shall we? So yeah, what I'm finding is the heads, or the faces, sorry, I know I keep saying that, do go in really easily to the head sculpt. The bangs, on the other hand, that one was a lot easier, but then this is the one that came in the package, so that would be a bit slimmer. Yeah, the faces are fitting on quite well. The bangs are a bit tighter, so you might have to heat those up or something of that nature in order to get it to fit properly. Let's stick a bit of blue tack onto this side of his face and see how that looks. I'll be honest, that still works. Like, I was quite honestly expecting the heads to be a little bit too big for the 2.0 releases. But yeah, the skin tone matches this one at least fairly well. And yeah, the head itself is really nice. Yeah, I'm coming around to these, I'll be honest. Like, yeah, I really quite like that. Really do. Let's pop that off. So, question of the day though, I know I'm using blue tack, but do these neck adapters actually work for the 2.0? That would be a no. What? What's going on? Yeah, that doesn't pop on at all. That's just sitting there. Does that pop on any further? Am I getting off my head? Bad Scottish dialect there for you. No, that is loose on that peg. What is going on? Bear with me 2 seconds. Apologies, folks. I quickly went and grabbed an official Goku body because I'm assuming the official Vegitos use their neck pegs. And yeah, those don't fit either. What? So what is this ball joint for? What's this neck peg for? The 1.0 maybe? That doesn't make any sense. This one's tiny. This one's... There's no chance at all that this is going to fit on there. Let's bring the Demoniacal Fit one back. No, there's no chance in that fitting. What's going on? If I just get an all-round defective kit, like, yeah, this is hard plastic. Like, this is not going to pop on, no matter what I do. That is very strange. What about the other Demoniacal Fit clone of the official? The Super Saiyan, well, the Vegito Blue. Let's pull that off and see if this is any different. No, that doesn't fit either. What? Right, I'm really confused now. What about the original Vegito, the one with the tiny neck peg? Does this at least fit on that? That pops in perfectly. Right, so this is a strange one. Obviously, I'm not going to pop it in all the way, but just to test. Yeah, that neck peg's free flowing, and it pops on and off easily. Okay, so this is strange. The head sculpt. Sorry, I'm completely off on a tangent, but I can't believe they've done it like that. So, from what I can gather, OCToys have made a neck peg for the 3.0, which is obvious. A neck peg that doesn't appear to fit any 2.0 Goku or Vegito body. So I can only assume this slightly larger neck peg is for a 1.0 body, which, questionable decision, but okay. But the most bizarre of the lot of them is this really small adapter, which seems specifically for the original Demoniacal Fit body, that no one can get a hold of. What? I'm so confused by that. That is probably the most questionable decision I've seen from a third-party company in a long time. I mean, the head looks decent. The skin tone doesn't even match the old one, though. So, I don't know what's going on with that theory. But, yeah, I'm so confused. Like, I'm really so confused at this point. Let's see. Try that. I mean, you can't deny the head does look good on these 2.0 bodies, which I wasn't expecting. Just good luck getting them to fit without blue tack, I suppose. That's bizarre. Like, someone in the comments, please, for the love of God, like, tell me if you already have it, or if you've seen another review of it. Is that a thing? Like, is that a common issue? The head's just not fitting on any body except the Kong Studios one? Or has anyone else even tried? Like, I don't know. But yeah, I guess we will leave the review at that very confusing junction. So, but yeah. Overall, I'm completely flabbergasted by that. The fact that this doesn't fit any of the 2.0 Vegitos. But yeah, I mean, obviously, it is a decent head sculpt. It is the same price as like the TK DIY ones, which I didn't quite like the look of. Although TK DIY is coming out with a new set relatively soon. In fact, I think HMYR or Air is doing the same. So yeah, it's really up to yourselves whether you want to go through the hassle of this kit. Some of the faces are good, some of them are off. But I mean, compared to the official one, or this is the Demoniacal Fit clone based off of the Super Saiyan Blue sculpt, it does look more like Vegito, just not as much like Vegito as the HMYR ones. But yeah, in my opinion, only get this kit if you're either willing to use blue tack or if you're using it on a 3.0 body. Yeah, I don't understand why none of the peg adapters work on the 2.0, the most readily available version of Vegito. But who am I to judge? But yeah, guys, I think that will do it for this review. This kit has thoroughly confused me. I'll try and put a link to this as well in the description. This is a recast of the OCToys bonus Keyblade accessory. I put a review of that out a month or so ago as well. They're really cheap and they are far superior to the standard ones. Yeah, otherwise, only way you're getting this is if you buy all 3 head sculpts for OCToys, which, yeah, unless you're a madman, I don't recommend. But yeah, guys, let me know what you thought down in the comments. And until next time, I'll see y'all later.